Tian assumed his break was just too tricky, so the old man gave up. Then on the next break, Tian deliberately left the balls in obvious, easy positions, but to everyone's surprise the old man still passed. That sent the brother-in-law and his crew into a panic. How long are we supposed to wait to close the net? The owner immediately suggested. From now on the minimum bet is 5,000 with no cap. The old man saw the writing on the wall. Their nerves were starting to fray. It was time to swap the roles of hunter and prey. He agreed on the spot, but his son was beside himself. After all, he'd been set up like this once before and lost $1 million, so he begged his father to stop. But the old man ignored him. Instead he pulled out a 2 million card and slapped it down. The owner quietly celebrated inside. After all, she'd hired Tian for a reason. There was no way he could lose to an old-timer. So she matched the raise without hesitation, planning to finish the old man off in one blow. What she didn't know was, the old man had already prepared a backup when he broke earlier. Sure enough, Tian's first shot went wrong. Everyone there was stunned by the outcome, but Tian showed no panic, because he had left the old man an impossible situation to solve. Those 7 balls all sat jammed together at the bottom, leaving Joe Wason with no shot at all. This was the legendary 7-ball deadlock they call the impossible sink. Everyone assumed the old man would fold on this one. After all, even a god of pool couldn't get those balls out. But then without warning the old man raised the stakes again. The crowd thought he'd lost his mind. Wasn't he just handing his money over? The owner was more confident than ever. She was certain she'd walk away the final winner. So without a second thought she put the entire pool hall on the line, urging the old man to take his shot and end it. But what happened next left everyone in the room completely stunned. The old man pulled out every penny his late wife had left him, plus 200 apartments he owned downtown, altogether worth over 50 million. The owner had nothing left to raise with. That's when the brother-in-law stepped up, offering his own fortune to back her up. He smirked and said he'd been setting this up for ages, just waiting for the old man to bite. Now he'd make him lose everything he owned. Only then did the son finally realize the truth. It was his own uncle who had been behind it all along. The guilt hit him like a brick wall. If he hadn't been tricked into losing that first $1 million, his father wouldn't be trapped in this nightmare. But the old man told him not to lose hope, saying it wasn't over till it was over. The brother-in-law just laughed out loud, mocking him for still being so confident on the edge of ruin. But the moment the old man picked up his cue, the entire atmosphere shifted like a thunderstorm rolling in. It was as if that ordinary old man vanished, and in his place stood a king who ruled the table.